Live.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MJB Music with JB podcast. I'm your host, Mario J. Brown, singer, songwriter, and CEO of MJB Music Entertainment.
JB, the one and only, uh, the
Yeah,
the other side of the MJB JB podcast.
let them know, let them know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, check it out. As we tell you guys every show, we started this podcast to bring you.
Uh-oh, you froze up, Doc. As that cat froze up on me. That's all right. We're gonna get him back in here. But as we always do, this podcast is to give you good information coming from all different people in the industry, such as producers, songwriters, musicians, artists, and all everything in between. So this is what the podcast is designed to do. I think we got Mario back. What up, B?
What's going down? I didn't know I was gone, but I see you. I hear you now. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Hear
You
me,
froze
see me.
up for a minute. You was like, ah. You got posted it like,
Hey, internet, man, technical difficulties. But yeah, man, so you guys are in for a treat. Make sure you chime in and ask questions. Our guest today is full of information and just a wealth of knowledge. So if y'all got questions, make sure y'all type them in the chat, and we'll be sure to try to get to them to you. So check it out. We value your time and your attention. So today's topic of discussion is how to be a successful manager in a challenging and changing industry. Wow. That's huge. I want to read this bio. Bear with me. It says a well-rounded businessman with an intense passion for music and entertainment. Vincent Searcy established this everlasting role in the entertainment industry early in his career. The entrepreneur and executive began his journey in the business with the creation of his company, Crown World Entertainment, in 2001. Cersei is responsible for the massive careers of songwriter and producer Rico Love, actor and R&B sensation young Jacob Lattimore, ain't young no more, singer K. Michelle, and many others. As an Atlanta native, Cersei has been engulfed in music since an adolescence. His passion for business began at a young age. As a star athlete, possessed a strong desire for healthy competition and exceeded at everything he put his mind to. So today, y'all, we got Cersei in the building. Y'all gonna see him in a minute.
yeah.
But before we talk to my man today, JB, tell us what's going on in the news. What's the culture moment of the day?
So the culture moment of the day, we're going down south to Jackson State University. It was announced this week that Deion Sanders is going to be the head coach of Jackson State University the football head coach. I thought that was phenomenal. That
Prime time.
right prime time down in Jackson. I think that's going to work wonders for that HBCU and for the whole vibe down there. It's going to be they already crazy, with their vibe. So
Yeah.
to have a black coach, a winning black coach, like he already
Man.
has some coaching in his background, and his NFL career is stellar. And I mean, so to have prime time down there, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to what Jackson State does.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I was just about to say, man, that's a real good look. Winners produce winners, man. So, man, I'm looking forward to what he's gonna bring to that organization, man. They could have picked a better candidate. So,
Right,
shout
right.
out to Prime Time, man. We still rock with you, brother. Do your thing, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So let's talk about our education topic of the day, Jake.
yeah.
So again, it's how to be a successful manager in a challenging and changing industry. Now we got a lot of managers per se, a lot of people who feel like they wear the title well, but successful, I'm not sure how we can kind of gauge that. But so do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think an artist can be successful without having a manager?
I think that again, I think there's a level of success that the artist can have, but you talking about taking it to the next level. You're gonna definitely need a management team. I think one of the downfalls, and I know for me, just being able to do a lot of different things, the downfall can be I can do everything. And the truth of the matter is, you need somebody dedicated to that management side of it, that
Yeah,
promotes you and pushes you and gets you where you need to go. Or you need somebody dedicated to the other side. Like it's great to be able to do everything, but it's better to be able to have people that can that's their expertise in making sure that you are successful in that. So yeah, you can get so far without one, but at some point in
yeah.
time, you're gonna need one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they say, man, you're only really as good as your team. And if you got the right manager, a good manager, first of all, if you give them something to manage, you know what I'm saying, you could really go far with the right manager, man, because they have vision, they have connections, they have ways in order to take you places that you couldn't go just on your own. So yeah, man, I think we're gonna get some real good information today. So without further ado, let's welcome my man, the man himself, my brother Vincent Searcy. What's happening, brother? Welcome.
What's happening?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man. Hey, we so excited to have you, bro. Like you don't know what this means. I know you don't do this kind of stuff, bro. So. Vincent Searcy, man. Searcy is in the building in the flesh, y'all. And y'all probably don't. He not a man of many words, but he gonna talk tonight, y'all. He gonna talk tonight. We gonna get him to open up and share some things with us. So yeah, man. We just gonna jump. We're gonna dive right in, man. So first of all, tell us how an athlete from Atlanta develops a passion for music and entertainment, and then becomes successful at helping develop and break superstars. How did that happen?
Well, like you said, my passion was always basketball, but I was fortunate enough to run into a super talented client, which was Rico Love. That was my first client. I was in Texas playing basketball, and one of my teammates was like, "There's some guys in Milwaukee that you need to meet with. They need some help." And I know you connect with a lot of people. And he called Rico on the phone. Rico rep for me, and it was on from there. I think that was like a Tuesday, and that following weekend, Rico was at FAMU. I told him to meet me in Atlanta. He met me in Atlanta, and from there, we started meeting every weekend, and it grew from there.
Oh, that's crazy. So you were already connected before you even had anybody to connect to, or
I was connected with people in the business, but I didn't know the business.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I just knew a lot of people in the business, but I didn't know nothing. About the music business. So we started together and we grew together.
That's what's up. Now, how did that come about? Like, how did you manage to just meet so many people in the business? Was it because of your location or different people around you, or how did that work?
I mean, I was always known in Atlanta for being a basketball star. So, like, I was always good at playing basketball all through high school. So I was known. So a lot of people knew me from that.
Gotcha.
And I just built. I was always, that was one of my gifts, to be
able to break and help launch the career of some major artists and songwriters. So what do you look for when scouting, and how did you how did your knowledge, experience, or connections help to catapult these individuals?
For me, it's all feeling and energy. You know what I'm saying? When I meet somebody, it's a lot of talented people, but if I'm hearing them sing, rap, or doing whatever they do, and it just don't hit me, then if I'm not excited about it, then I won't do it. So it's just that feeling.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of people that's talented, but they don't work hard. It's a lot of people that work hard, but they're not as talented. So for me, it's just like I know it when I see it.
Man, let's talk about work hard because we watched Jacob grow. I was part of the first album. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and watching his grind and where he's at now, man. What have you even learned from his grind, man, and his work ethic, man? Talk about Jacob.
I ain't gonna lie, Jacob set the bar real high, so it's hard for anybody else to come after that. So when I meet an artist, actor, anybody now, it's just like I hate to have to compare it, but you got some big shoes to fill. So he set the bar real high, which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's definitely one of the most talented and hardworking people I ever met in my life, hands down.
Crazy. Yep. And had that ethic at a young age. You don't find that young. Like, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, sometimes people grow into that, but man, I remember he was ready then. He just was born a superstar, man.
Absolutely.
And
Again,
then
I met him. Rico and I went to Milwaukee to do an event, and Rico's like, "This is a young kid. You need to check it out." And Rico brought him on stage that night. He just danced that night. But when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, he got it." And he just grew from there.
Wow, that's big, man. I'm seeing how relationships, like one relationship, you know, turn into another relationship, and I'm sure that's just how it worked. And
it's all about relationships, bro. All about relationships.
Yeah. I remember a young lady you had me writing for back in the day, Casey Lynch. I think that was her name. And you always had a knack for finding talent at a young. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Now there was another young lady too whose parents I think lived in Texas. I think either her dad got sick, or was that?
That's Casey.
That is Casey.
That's Casey.
Okay. Yeah, it was a few different artists I think I worked with yours, but yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you are well liked and respected across the industry. So what advice would you give to someone who is looking to develop connections and relationships? We were just talking about the relationships and how important it is. And then you get some people that they want it so bad that they ruin it. You know what I mean? Once they get those opportunities or they get in the presence of somebody that can possibly, they can build with, they ruin it because they're too eager or too just not genuine. So what advice would you give somebody who's going to develop those connections and relationships?
I mean, that is the advice. You got to be genuine and humble. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to feel your energy regardless. So either they're going to like you or they're not going to like
you. Yeah, that's true. I just wonder, so as far as how do you one of the problems that I have, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not good at following up with people at times. Like I meet somebody, matter of fact, I met some key people this week that I did today. I was like, man, trying to keep it going. And I didn't do it, man. So how do you what's your method? Like how often are you reaching out to folks, or is it something that's just organic? You know what I mean?
Everything I do is just organic, bro. It's nothing magical. It's no trick to it. It's just like I'm not calling nobody asking for nothing. If I got something that can benefit both people, then I reach out, and then that's what makes sense to people. If somebody just keep calling you and wants something from you, but they're not bringing it to the table, that don't make you want to answer their calls.
Right.
So, vice versa. If I'm reaching out to somebody, I'm going to bring something to them that makes sense for me and for them.
Yeah, that's key.
And I'm not calling just to be calling. Like, I'm going to call they're going to make sense when I call. So, that's how I'm able to keep the relationship. Because they know when I'm calling, it's about something real, about something we can make some money of. So, people always answer that call.
Yeah, they're gonna answer the money call. Now, is it just about the money, or do you call on any kind of personal vibes, like just checking on family or checking on let's go to lunch, let's go eat?
I definitely reach out just to check in, make sure you're all good, and might not say nothing about business, period.
Yeah, I appreciate
people
that.
Respect that also.
Yeah.
The main thing is when you build a relationship with people, you can't bug them. You can't keep calling. If you send somebody some music, give them a chance to listen to it. Don't keep calling like, did you hear it? Did you check it out? Like, if they heard it, either they like it. If they like it, they're going to call you back. If they heard it and it don't work for them, they might not call you back. But you don't keep bugging them, because at the end of the day, if it's something they really want, they're going to call.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
because you think it's a hit don't mean it works for them. It could be a hot record, but it might not work for what they're looking for.
Exactly.
So if they work what they're looking for, they can't. If 20 people calling them and sending them records, they can't call everybody back. They only gonna call who got what they need, and that makes sense.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, man. JP looked like you was gonna say something before I ask my next question.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like to me, I don't know you, Vince, that close, but it seems like just from hearing your story, like it seems like you the guy that got the connections to the next guy. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's like you the guy who knows the next guy, and it's like you put the puzzle pieces together. You know what I mean?
I think God bless everybody with a gift, right?
Yeah.
Like Mario gift, he can sing and write. I can't sing, I can't write,
yeah.
I can't dance.
Yeah.
But I can. God bless me to have great energy to build great relationships, and keep those relationships, and that's what's carried me through my whole career.
Wow.
Having great relationships.
That's what's up. Wow.
So what happened with basketball? What made you?
We lost him.
We lost him.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get him back in the.
We'll get him back on.
I'm gonna switch real quick. See if we can get him back on right. That happens.
Yeah, but Searcy is that guy, man.
There you go. He's back now.
There you go.
What just happened? My phone wrong. I tried to hang up the call.
There you go.
Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. What was I just saying? I was asking about basketball. So, like I hear you saying you was a solid basketball player around here. I'm in Atlanta now, so I stay around her. And so how did you transition from sports to? Did you kind of grew out of it, or did music just kind of take over?
I definitely didn't grow out of it, but I had a torn meniscus. I had a knee surgery and 2 torn Achilles. So, and at the time I'm in Rico, I was being recruited by Portugal to play overseas. So I had a decision to make: go overseas and play, or dive into this music Rico. And I chose to go with Rico, and I think that was a great decision.
Man.
Because in Rico, I met Jacob Lattimore, I met Kaden Shell, I met so many different people from there, and it just grew. I met you through Rico. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the clients that I work with, it all stem from that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I got
my boy Will Mathis and Touchain for connecting me with Rico.
Yeah, Chicken Will, Touchain.
Chicken Will.
Man, bros, man. I love Milwaukee, man, so much. Like it's so many good people there, bro.
So much talent. I tell people all the time, there's so much talent in Milwaukee, man. So much talent.
Oh yeah. 014 is full of talent, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's up. So I read in your bio, it said the networking maverick. So how does someone who is somewhat of an introvert, you know what I'm saying, somebody that don't really like to talk, could not be around people if you had it your way. You know what I'm saying? How did you become effective at networking, bro? How you do that?
Again, I said that God bless me with that. It's just my gift. It's nothing I can explain. It's just like that's something God can with, bro. Honestly, like
wow,
that's my gift. I'm able to meet with somebody and build a great relationship with them and keep that relationship.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a lot of people probably ask you, man, how we gonna get you to do this interview? Because this ain't, you prefer to play in the background.
Yeah. I tried to back out a couple times on that.
Yeah. I seen it. I was like, oh, we locked. Hey, let me take a moment, man, and just acknowledge some people that's online. Greg Collier, what's up, bro? Ray, my boy. Jason Wilson, Chad Roper, C-Nut, what up, brother?
C-Nut, what's happening?
Bursey, Romel, Austin, Tyrell, Urquhart, what up, Black? Yeah, God made. Tanisha Kelly, Linda Orberg, that's my mama, y'all. She always supports Sylvia Holmes, Darnell Brown, Rick Willis, and so many more, man. Thank y'all for joining us and tuning in tonight. Yeah, we're talking with Vincent Searcy about managing, man, and how to be successful at it. So I'm getting ready to kind of get into some tips that maybe there are some managers that, either desire to be a manager to be more successful, or maybe there's an artist that's looking for management. And so I want you to kind of give us some tools. Like, first of all, who are some of your mentors or influences in the business? Like, is there anyone that you still follow and respect and learn from in terms of, like, you see how they move and you're like, man?
Well, my mentors in the business is my attorney, Joel Katz, which helps me out tremendously. Like, a lot of relationships that I have, the big relationships are through him. So, and I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's like the man in the music business. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Joel
you said his name, Joel Katz. Okay.
Joel Katz, yeah. Some of my other mentors, people like Larry Jackson, Jay Irvin. There's a lot of people that are mentors for me. But those are some of the main people.
Yeah. That's what's up. So I know one of the only times I've ever set foot into a major record label office in New York was with you. And so what do you attribute to like that favor? Like you was able to walk me into I think it was Sony and just some other major places. We had some meetings. And so I'll never forget that, man. I was too excited. I thought I made it before the meeting even happened. We are.
Well, at the end of the day, I look at it like that helps both of us, right? Because if I'm able to take talent to a label or to somebody, again, like I say, if you bring somebody great stuff, something they can use, something that makes sense for them, they're going to want to answer your call or take the meetings with you every time you come. So if you bring something they don't like or something that's whack, then That's what they start really calling. But if you bring your talent to them, something that can work for them, it's all good. So you was talented, so it made sense for me to take you to the meeting.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. I learned so much. And speaking of the music, entertainment, and business, man, it can be very up and down and unpredictable.
Right.
So have you ever experienced failure or times like you wanted to give up? If so, like how did you navigate through those slow moments and tribulations?
I wouldn't say times I wanted to give up because I don't believe in giving up on that. You know what I'm saying? But I did take a break for a while. I just felt like I was burnt out from the business and I wanted to do something different. And then I took about a 2-year break and came back, and I feel great. Like I'm loving the music business more than ever now.
What made you take the 2-year break? What was going on during that time?
It just was a lot going on. I just it wasn't nothing like super bad, but I just need a break. I just need to refresh and reboot. And that's good sometimes with anything you're doing. If you're doing something every day for 10 years straight, 5 years straight, like a break, ain't nothing wrong taking a break sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm hoping that, our listeners can listen and gather that nugget, man, because that's key. Like, it's all right to take a break, but don't quit. You know what I'm saying? Take a rest, but don't stop. Because, you know what I'm saying, now you back in the game and thriving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the beauty of that was when I took the break, I started missing you. So when I came back, now the passion is back. And I'm back excited again. And if you're not excited about what you're doing, you're wasting your time.
Wow.
And that's why it's working for me.
Yeah.
Back excited about it.
Man. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So to this point, like, what are you most proud of? Like, what's been the highlight of your career?
It's not one thing. I think all of the clients I've had, all of them have had success. So I'm very proud. Rico to Jacob to K Michelle to TC to all of them.
Yeah.
Even the newer clients, Middletone, he got some big records about to come out. Got a huge record coming out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So how did you manage to? JB, I don't know if you know this, but this is Tish Taylor's fiance.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Did I know that? I think I did, but I'm sometimes a little slow. Sometimes I'm a little slow. Oh, that's what's up. I went to school with Tish. Yeah, me Mario. Yeah, we all went to school with Tish. Yeah, that's what's up. Wow, that's what's up.
Talk about a power team.
Right, for real.
Like, man, do you guys do you learn from each other? Are there some things that she's taught you?
We definitely learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us strong in what we do. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'm stronger at, and I help her with a lot of stuff that she's stronger, and she helps me with. So we spar every night about different things and we learn different things.
Wow. Man, that's great, man. That's what's up.
That's what's up. That is.
That's like they say, a match made in heaven, man.
That's a power team, dude. I'm scared of the world. What that's gonna happen? That's a power team, Doc. Yeah, Doc. That's what's
y'all
up.
go so hard and so dedicated to what y'all do. So you can't help but respect that, man.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna ask you something kind of personal. In terms of managing relationship and business, how do you guys? Because she's super busy, you super busy. Like, how do y'all manage? I guess business and relationship.
I mean, we just have to make time for each other. Like, at the end of the day, she has a job. She got a company that she runs. I have a company that I run. And we have a few things that we do outside of our company. So, like, we just have to make time. We just have to figure out to make time for each other. But the beauty of it is, we both understand how the music business works, and it's real time consuming. So, if it was somebody that wasn't in the music business and didn't understand, then maybe it would be a lot harder. But because we both in the business and understand, we're able to make it work and make it make sense.
Yeah. No doubt. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So we want to talk about managing. So, I know that it's a lot of tools that you got to possess in order to be a successful manager. So, like, what do you think are some of the more important things that every manager should have or must possess in order to be successful managing an artist?
One is to be able to listen. A lot of managers feel like they know everything. They feel like that this is the way the artist should grow or what the artist should do, and it got to be about the artist. Because if the artist ain't excited about this, then it ain't gonna work. So you got to follow. You got to listen to the artist, what their vision is, and help make that make sense for them. It can't be about what you want as the manager. It got to be about what the artist want to do, and then you make that make sense.
So would you say a manager basically brings the artist's vision to pass? So it's not the manager's vision, it's the artist's vision.
It's the artist's vision. That's how it's gonna work. That's the only way it's gonna work. It's got to be genuine. Everything the artist do got to be genuine because fans can see that and buy into it. It's not real. Like it's a lot of time I see people all the time like this is what you should be. We gonna hate look like this. We gonna hate you talk about this, and it ain't genuine, and people can see through that.
I got you.
Yeah. Now, what about like if it's some things that because you've been out here and you got the experience and knowledge, like if you can steer them, you can say, well, hey, you know, I've been doing this a while. Like I know this is the direction you should take. I recommend this. Like how do you deal with that? Like how you handle conflict with an artist? Like if you know that this is what they should do, but they like, no, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? How do you handle that type of conflict?
Well, if you got an artist that don't want to listen to your input, like they bring you into management because you're experienced it, because they feel like you had some success. So if they don't want to listen to you, then you don't need to be managing them anyway.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Like you shouldn't have a manager if you don't want to listen to their input and them trying to guide you in the right direction. That's why it's called a manager. It's supposed to help them manage their career. But if you know everything already, then why have a manager? Manage yourself.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's real. That's real. So what does a typical day look like for you? So you get up in the morning, or if you up late, like I don't know, what's a typical day in the life of a manager, somebody that's a working manager, I should say.
Soon I get up, I'm answering 1,000 emails and texts before I even get up and get in the shower. Good, you know what I'm saying? And then once I get up, I'm out and I'm taking meetings all day, stopping by a couple of studios and just meetings in studios all day long, and trying to create new opportunities for the clients.
Wow.
Man, the system means with other managers, meet with publishers, meet with different people, just trying to create new opportunities for clients. Like I had 3 meetings today, just like with some brands, with publishers, and just trying to create opportunities for all my clients.
Got you. So do you feel like is there a balance that there should be, like in terms of, because sometimes I know I made this mistake. Like I've had chances where I've had a manager and I backed up. I felt like I thought my manager had everything, so I kind of just focused on just either singing or writing or whatever, just because I feel like I'm a role player. So I want to do what I'm best at. So let me stay over here. And then I thought I had my management was going to do everything else. But then I found out that like I could have still been grinding too. You know what I'm saying? I could have still been getting opportunities. And so do you feel like there should be a balance, or is that something that should fall in the lap of the manager?
It definitely got to be a balance. Of course, a great manager will want to make sure that their client is able to just focus on the creative side of things and work and not have to worry about the business side. But at the end of the day, the client still got to work hard. The manager can't do everything. The client got to work just as hard as the manager. One thing, the biggest turn off for me is if I feel like I wanted more than the client wanted, then this ain't gonna work. If I'm going super hard and doing everything, and I don't feel like you putting 100% into, then it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I can't want more for you for your career than you do. That don't make sense.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, man. So, JP, you look like you're thinking of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Keep going. I'm thinking. Yeah, but I mean, I love the what you said. That was good. I'm thinking. I'm gonna have a question in a minute. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's good stuff.
I will say this, right? Yeah. I will say this. Like, so when it comes to writing and producing, it's a technique, right? It's something that hit writers, like Rico says all the time, it's a system. People think I just wake up and just go write hit. No, like I practice this. I study. Like it's a system that works for me. I know how to make a hit. You talk to Dream. I talk to Sean Garrett. I talk to Rico. They say the same thing. It's a system. They know what they're doing. It's not luck to them. They know what they're doing. But when it comes to management, it's like it's no blueprint in this. Like what works for this artist not gonna work for that artist. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of treat every client. You gotta do different things to make different things work for different clients. So it's no blueprint. So you can talk to 10 managers, and we're all gonna say different things because this is what works for us, but it might not work for this other artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to create our own system that works for us, for me and the client. But it might not work for the other client. It might be something completely different for the other client.
Wow. And it's got to be tough sometimes to be a manager because I feel like, the manager get an artist, so far. You know what I'm saying? Take them to a place they never probably would have gotten to without them. And then as soon as they reach that peak, they like, you ain't doing enough. So I want somebody else. It's like, man, why do you think that is? That whole turnover with management.
I mean, that's the bid to win, and I'm glad you brought it up too, because that's a fact. That's why when I stopped the first time, I said I don't want to manage nobody no more, because at the end of the day, it's no equity in management. You can spend all your time, money, and everything in the artist, and they can wake up in the morning and say, I want to go in a different direction, and they can't legally. You know what I'm saying? When you sign a publishing deal, you can't just wake up and say, I want out the publishing deal, because it's a contract and it's legal. You're buying to that publishing deal. When you sign the artist deal, you're buying to the artist deal with a label. Well, management, with a contract signed, they still can wake up and say, I want the management. And it's over, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people stray from management and try to sign people to label deal, to artist deals, as the production company, and to publishing deals, because it gives them more of a guarantee. But for me, I look at it like this. One of my mentors, Rodney Jerkins, told me this. He said, at the end of the day, they're gonna leave, no matter who it is. They're gonna leave you eventually. It might be 5 months, it might be 5 years, but they're gonna leave. Nothing is forever in this business. So if you prepare for that, then you know how to handle it. So I go into it like, okay, this is not gonna be forever, so let's maximize and make the best out of it while we can, while we together, because they're gonna leave eventually anyway.
Yeah,
so,
that's so good.
It ain't gonna be no hard feelings. It is what it is. So if the client ever say, I won't leave whatever, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta talk about no, all right, cool.
On to the next.
They ain't gotta take you to dinner. You gotta sit down.
Like, if somebody don't want to work with me, why I want to work with them either? It's all good. Ain't no hard feelings. No hard feelings.
Yeah, that's
I
real,
love it.
man. That's
I mean, everybody probably can't take that approach, but that works for me.
Yeah,
that works for me.
Yeah.
Man, that got to come with a level of faith too. Just knowing knowing who you are and knowing that God got you.
Because again, remember I told you earlier, my gift is from God, so it's like I'm gonna keep finding great talent. And matter of fact, I've never actually found it. I've always been word of mouth, or I've been in the right place at the right time. So I never went online trying to find no talent. I never went to no talent show trying to find no talent. It always just fall in my lap.
Wow.
Which I'm gonna continue to do.
Yes, sir. Man, that's good stuff. So how many people do you feel like, what's a healthy number of artists that a manager should have on the roster at one time?
I wouldn't say no set number, because some people can multitask great. Some people are great multitaskers. So it's just a matter of what you can handle. But you gotta give attention to all your clients. Like at the end of the day, it don't matter who the client is. I personally feel all clients, when you're on the same team and clients see how much time you put into this artist, and if you ain't putting into them, they're gonna feel the type of way. So you gotta better manage that and spend time with all your artists. Like you got kids, you can't just favor one kid. You gotta spend time and love all of them the same.
Yeah.
Of course, when it comes to clients, it's like I played sports all my life, right?
Yeah.
People used to get mad and be like, well, why he get to play the whole game, or why he played so much time? And at the end of the day, the coach give all of us opportunities. But if somebody is playing better than somebody or doing better and outworking in practice, then it's natural instinct that the coach gonna favor that. You get what I'm saying? So it's about who working the hardest.
Man.
If you see this person working hard, trying to on their craft and their career and trying to be better, of course you're gonna support that a little more, because they going hard.
Question for you: What do you consider? I mean, it varies between artists and artists, but when you look at an artist, what do you say? Like, man, I can see that they're matching my level of intensity. Like they're going hard in the paint. I can see it. What does that look like for you?
I mean, I don't have to micromanage. I don't have to. If we discuss something, like I believe in systems. Again, I played sports all my life, so everything's about systems and structure for me. So once we put this system together, like run your play, like on a basketball team, you got point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Everybody got a position to play. Play your position. If you're not playing your position, then something ain't right.
I got you.
You just gotta play your position. So that's how I gauge it. Like if we got a system in place, we saying this is what we got to do. I do my part, and you're not doing your part. So that's the problem. Everybody got to be held accountable for what they're supposed to do. When people don't have a system in place, you freestyle it. Nobody's really held accountable for something. So when somebody makes a mistake, everybody point things to blame each other. But when you got a system in place and know exactly what each person's supposed to do, now you know what you're supposed to do. So you got to be held accountable for what you didn't do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yes, sir. You on here preaching, sir. I knew it was in you that you better speak, sir.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, these analogies, man. I feel like I need to go back in and study, man, because you're making it plain. You know what I'm saying?
Man, everything I do, I relate it back to basketball because that's how people. That's my life. I based everything off of that. Just how I came up playing sports and everything. Everything in life I do is based off of how I came up playing sports.
Wow.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's good stuff.
So I know you're working with a talented superstar right now, man. Tell us about what that experience has been like and kind of how, what you see in the near future.
For Kate?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. So again, I met Kate back in college.
Who was Kate? For the people that don't know. Okay.
So I met her back in college. I was her first manager ever. The thing is, she wanted to do country music back then. So I was taking her to labels, we were taking her to producers, and everybody was laughing. Us like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna work. Black girl trying to do country. This was 20 years ago, so they was like, oh no, it's definitely not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So it just didn't work. So we kind of parted ways. She kept trying the country. Of course, the country didn't work, so she decided to do R&B, and of course, that worked for her. So she had success in that. So I would say we stopped talking for probably like 10 years, 10, 12 years. No communication. And then in January, her assistant reached out to me and said she's maybe interested in doing a publishing deal. And I had been broken a lot of people's publishing deals for the past couple of years. So they reached out to me. I went down and met them in Miami, and it was strictly about a publishing deal. And from that, she was like, well, I'm about to bring in a new manager. I know you can trust you, so if you want the job, it's yours. I ain't got to meet nobody else.
So, just like that.
Just like that.
Man.
It was on from there.
Wow. Talk about
what I can say, like I was speaking earlier about hard working, she's a super hard worker. Like, I know a lot of people probably see a lot of stuff online and, this and that, but she's a great person. She's a hard worker. And she's a boss at the end of the day. Like a lot of the opportunities a lot of stuff that we're doing is opportunities that she created. She just passed it on to me to take care of for her. But it's opportunity that she brings to the table.
Yeah.
So and that's a great partnership. Like she's giving me something to manage. She's sitting back saying, okay, what you gonna do for me today? What you got me today? That ain't how she works. She be like, hey, I got this. Call this production company, call this publishing company, call this brand, and work the deal out. And she don't even think about it more because she trusts me enough to know that I'm going to do the right thing and get the business done right.
Wow.
Man. Yeah.
So that's the perfect client.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So speaking of the perfect client, and just even, what about this climate, man? We living in this pandemic, or living through it. And how has that affected? Like I see you still working. You're still able to get things done. So what kind of adjustments have you had to make with everything that's going on in our world right now?
Well, honestly, that's how I always worked, even before the pandemic from the beginning. Like, because you got to realize, when I first met Rico, he was a rapper, strictly just a rapper. Like, he wasn't thinking about songwriting. But it wasn't moving as fast as we wanted to. We finally got to deal with Usher, but then once we did deal with Usher J Records, it still was kind of, it was moving, but not at the pace we wanted to. And he gave us some Just Blaze tracks to write to, and I was just like, well, write a song for Usher. He wrote a song at first. It was like, he said a couple bars, then Usher would come in, then he would come back in. And I was like, no, just write a song for Usher, just for Usher. He was like, that ain't what I do, though. They ain't gonna restrict me as a writer. I said, bro, just do that favor for me. And he's like, all right. And he wrote a song, and it was Throwback on Confessions album. First record ever. And it was on from that. He ain't turned back. He's the biggest songwriter in the world now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
man.
So I always been the person like, okay, if this ain't working, let's try something different. Do everything. And a lot of people should tell me all the time that that's going to be my downfall because I'm trying to, instead of me focusing on one thing, I'm trying to do 1,000 different things. But again, like I said earlier, some people are just great multitaskers and can handle that. And I just feel like I got ADD or something because I can't just do one thing. I get, you know what I'm saying?
You're bored. You're right.
So during the pandemic with Kay, like when the first week on her, we started working, which was in January, the end of January. She had shows booked every weekend for like the next 3 months, and that's when the pandemic hit. So all those shows got canceled. So we just had to get creative and create a thing. The good thing, again, like I said, she's a boss. She's the only client ever who have an endorsement deal. No, not endorsement deal, a partnership with Jack Daniels. So she make money off of that. She got her own brand, Southern Peach. The Jack Daniels Southern Peach, that's her own brand. So she make money off every bottle sold. Not endorsement deal where she get a one-time piece. She get money every time somebody buy a bottle. So she gonna always make money off of that. That's something she created herself. Something she put together. I didn't play no part. I had nothing to do with it. She did it alone.
Yeah.
Wow. Opportunity. She got a Lifetime show that just got greenlit with Jesse Collins. He's doing a show. We got a couple other shows that's in talks right now. So we're just being creative on everything. We're not just focusing on the music. But on the music side, we got a R&B project we're doing and a country project we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. Yes, sir. Man, the last question, not the last, but second to last, I want to ask you about, in terms of income. You know what I'm saying? Like, not, of course, not specific numbers, but as a manager, like, how do you determine fees and manager fees and pub deals? Like, how do you become a part of when you broker something? How do you include yourself in that? So somebody that might be listening needs some insight on that.
I mean, a management. I look at it like if you have a manager, you're gonna pay your manager 20%, right? Mm-hmm. So if I broke a deal for you, I want 20%.
So it's just solid.
But if you got a manager already, sometimes I waive their fee to do 10% and split it with the manager. Versus, so you won't have to pay me 20% and then pay the manager 20%. That's 40%. So I just say, you know what? Even though I'm doing the work, I'm broking the deal. I take 10 and your manager take 10.
Mm. That's
but
nice.
If they don't have a manager and I got to do everything, then I'm going to say 20%. That's what you're going to pay your manager anyway. So if I'm doing a job and getting it done and getting you more than you would have got, your manager would have got, then I want 20%.
Yeah. Got you. So that's easy. So that number you already know. It's 20% or whatever.
Absolutely.
Got you. That's what's up, man. So just one other question I was going to ask you.
Okay.
So God forbid, something happens to you. We want this on record. What do you want people to remember you by? Like, what are people gonna say, or what do you want people to say? Like your wife, your children, your family. What do you think they'll say about you? What do you want to be remembered for?
I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna say he was a genuine, humble person. He was a good person. He helped everybody he could, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Would you say that's success to you? What is success to you? Is that the fact that you help whoever you could? Is that, some people have these goals, these lofty goals, but at the end of the day, like, you got a calling on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I think you've done well.
Time, man, I think that God put me here to help people because I feel like that's all I was doing, was helping everybody else in their careers, and then I wasn't straight. I'm good now, but I feel like at times I wasn't straight financially, but I helped all these other people, and everybody good financially. So I feel like maybe that's what God put me here to help everybody else, to help people, because that's what was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. So you were able to push through that feeling, because I know that feeling all too well, man. I've done whole albums for people, and still struggling sometimes. So yeah, man, that's that takes a lot of just knowing, like you said, know who you are, knowing what God, and just being content with, okay, God, you got me. You know what I mean? Like, if you gave me this gift, I'm gonna continue. I ain't gonna hold it, because you can only really do something with your hands open. You gotta give to get. So
facts.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
But at some point, you turn that switch on. It's like, I gotta get 20%.
So that happened when I took that break and came back. I said, I'm gonna move a little different now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A little different now.
Yeah.
You was just probably being a little too nice at times. It's all right to help people, man, but man, don't be taking advantage of. So
right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Absolutely,
man. Well, Searcy, man, we really, really appreciate your time, man, and just, giving it, sharing your heart with us tonight, and also just being the man that you are. Like, from the day I met you, you ain't never changed. Like, I cannot talk to you for months. You know what I'm saying? When I do talk to you, it's like we talked yesterday. So I appreciate that much. Never had to question. Never have to question where you are. You know what I'm saying? Or what your intents are. So, man, just thank you for not only being a blessing to me, but to people that I'm surrounded, by connected to. So, yeah, I'm sure if they haven't told you thank you, man, from all of us, especially from home, man. Hey, man, you really, really, really helped us, man. So, thank you, yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Yep. So, last thing, man, how can our listeners and we support you? Is there something you got coming up next that we can specifically do to support you?
So I got a new female artist coming out. Should be coming out next month. Her name is Tamel. @Tamel. I need everybody to check that out. TMELLE.
Mm-hmm.
I'm consulting for Omarion. So again, one of my writers producers, Milton, he did 4 records, produced 4 records on his project. Got the next single that's coming out next month. So I need everybody to support the Omarion project. K Michelle, again, we got the country EP and we got an R&B EP. So I definitely need y'all to support both of those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So how can we follow you and keep up with you, man? What's your social media handles?
Searcy of CWE. SEARCYOFCWE. That's on IG. Searcy of CWE. And on Facebook, it's just Vincent Searcy.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. You gotta come back again one day, man. You did great, man. This was natural for you, man. You need to do more interviews, man. You helped people tonight.
I did that, so I'm ready whenever you need me back. I'm good now.
That's good. That's what's up, man. JB, any final words before we let him go, man?
Nah, I just appreciate you coming on, man. A pleasure meeting you, and wish you all the success, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Sure. Well, we'll be in touch, bro. Much love to you, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
yes, sir. All right. JB.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, that concludes season 2 of MJB Music with JB Podcast. And what better way to end it than with my boy Searcy, Vincent Searcy, man. It was a great interview. He dropped some knowledge, some jewels, and, make sure y'all go back and tune in and listen. If you missed it, tell them where you can find it, JB. Where we at, man?
We are on Apple Podcasts. We also you can log on to there. It's JB. Get the podcast. Subscribe now if you haven't. Let your friends know. Let your family members know. You can subscribe. All these podcasts for this season 1 and season 2 will be available. They're available now for season 1 and a portion of season 2. These last couple of interviews will be up there shortly, and so you'll be able to have all season 1 and season 2 available for you on our podcast. So tune in.
Yeah. So do us a favor, you guys. We're gonna take a couple-week break, and then we'll be back for season 3. We got, man. I mean, it just don't stop. We got plenty people to talk to and get information from, and you're gonna be surprised at some of the guests that we got scheduled coming up. So make sure you go ahead and hit that Mario Brown music page on Facebook. Make sure you like that page so that you can be reminded when we do have our shows, so you won't miss a show. Also, you can go to YouTube, Mario J. Brown. Make sure you like and subscribe that as well. We want to get these numbers up so we can continue to help others and just continue to build this brand. And so, again, thank you all for being patient with us. Thank you for just tuning in and, being consistent. We appreciate you for telling people. Word of mouth is everything. So however you support it, whether you tune in for 10 minutes or 10 seconds, thank you. We appreciate you. So till next time, we love y'all, man. And just take care and be safe.
We out.
I'll let you next time. Yeah.
Peace.
I got a new female artist coming out. She'll be coming out next month. Her name is Tamel. At Tamel. I need everybody to check that out. TMELLE.